My beloved child. You are here with me now, and I want you to understand something that many hearts overlook when the night becomes quiet. The peace you are beginning to feel did not appear by accident. It flows from something deeply precious that was given for you long before this moment arrived. My blood was poured out for you. Not for a distant crowd, not for a nameless world, but for you personally. I knew your heart before you were born. I knew the paths you would walk, the days when you would feel strong, and the nights when you would feel weary. Nothing about your life has ever been hidden from me, and still I chose to give everything so that you could live without fear of being separated from my love. When I spoke to those who sat with me before the sacrifice was complete, I told them something that still carries power for you tonight. This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. Those words were not spoken lightly. They were spoken with you in my heart. The blood I poured out was not a symbol meant to remain in the past. It is a living promise that reaches into this very night, into this very moment where you are listening. You may have wondered at times whether forgiveness truly reaches as far as your deepest regrets. You may have questioned whether grace could still cover the things that trouble your thoughts when the day ends. But the reason my blood was given is so that you would never have to live under the weight of those questions again. My sacrifice was not incomplete. It was not uncertain. What I gave was enough. More than enough. The mercy flowing from my blood is deeper than any mistake you remember. It reaches further than any shame that tries to linger in your mind. It was poured out so that nothing would stand between your heart and mine. You are not listening to me tonight because you managed to make yourself perfect. You are here because my love has already made a way for you to come close. Let that truth settle gently inside you. The world often teaches you to measure your worth by what you achieve, by how well you perform, by how few mistakes you make. But my love has never followed those rules. I did not wait for you to become flawless before I chose you. I gave my blood while you were still learning, still struggling, still growing. That is how deep my love runs for you. And there is something even more comforting that you will begin to understand as this night continues. My blood does not only forgive what is behind you. It also surrounds what lies ahead. As you rest tonight, you will begin to see that the same blood that brought forgiveness also becomes a covering over your life. And when that covering rests upon you, fear begins to lose its voice. Stay here with me for a moment longer. Let the quiet of this night settle around your heart. You have already begun to release the weight of the day, and now I want you to understand something deeper about the mercy that is surrounding you. What you are feeling right now is not fragile. It was purchased with something very precious. My blood was poured out for you. Not for a distant crowd that you could never belong to. Not for people who lived long ago while you remained outside the promise. When I chose the path that led to the cross, I knew every life that would one day hear my voice. I knew the nights when your heart would search for peace. I knew the moments when you would need reassurance that you were not forgotten. And still, I chose to give everything. What happened there was not an accident of history. It was love moving toward you long before this night ever arrived. When I sat with those who walked beside me and the hour was approaching, I told them something that was meant to echo far beyond that moment. I said, "This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins." Those words were not only meant for the ones who first heard them. They were spoken for every heart that would one day need the freedom those words carry. They were spoken for you. The blood I poured out was not distant from your life. It was given with you in my heart. I knew the paths you would walk. I knew the days when you would feel strong and the days when you would feel uncertain. I knew the moments when you would wonder if you truly belonged to me. And still I chose you. My love did not begin when you started seeking me. My love was already reaching toward you long before you ever spoke my name. When my blood was shed, it carried the promise that no mistake, no failure, and no weakness would ever have the final word over your life. Sometimes the world teaches you to measure your worth by what you accomplish. It tells you that you must prove yourself before you deserve acceptance. It quietly suggests that love must be earned and that mistakes reduce your value. But the cross was never built on those ideas. The blood I poured out speaks a different truth over you. It declares that you are loved before you perform. It declares that forgiveness is not fragile. It declares that mercy is not reserved for the flawless but given freely to those who come close. That is why you can rest tonight without fear. You do not need to lie here wondering if you have done enough to deserve my presence. My sacrifice was never about what you could achieve. It was always about what I chose to give. The love that carried me to the cross did not hesitate when it saw your weaknesses. It moved forward because you were worth rescuing. You are worth more than you realize. Every drop of blood that was poured out carried the promise that you would never need to live separated from my mercy again. When your heart turns toward me, forgiveness is already waiting. When you open yourself to my presence, grace meets you before condemnation can speak. This is why you can breathe more easily now. The regrets that try to revisit your mind do not have authority over you. The mistakes that trouble your thoughts do not define your future. My blood has already spoken a better word over your life. And there is something even more comforting that you will begin to understand as this night continues. The blood I gave was not only poured out so you could be forgiven. It was also given so that you would never have to face the darkness alone. The mercy flowing from my sacrifice does more than remove guilt from your heart. It also surrounds your life with protection you cannot see. While the world sleeps and the night grows deep, my blood continues to speak over those who belong to me. It becomes a covering that fear cannot easily cross. It becomes a quiet shield that watches over you even when your eyes are closed. You do not have to understand every mystery of it right now. For this moment, simply allow the truth to settle gently inside your heart. My blood was poured out because you are loved. My sacrifice was given because you are not forgotten. And as you continue to rest here with me, you will begin to discover how that same precious blood becomes a covering over your life, surrounding you with a peace and protection that will remain with you throughout this night. As you continue resting here with me, let your heart receive another truth that flows from the love I have already shown you. The blood that was poured out for you did not only open the door to forgiveness. It also became a covering over your life. It surrounds you in ways your eyes cannot see, yet its presence is real and steady. Tonight, that covering is over you. Long before this moment, I revealed something powerful to my people when they faced a night filled with uncertainty. Darkness surrounded them, and fear could easily have taken hold of their hearts. But I gave them a promise that would protect them through that night. I told them, when I see the blood, I will pass over you. Those words carried a protection that no danger could cross. The blood became a sign that declared they belonged under my care. Where the blood was present, fear lost its authority. Where the blood was placed, destruction could not remain. That same truth still speaks today. The blood I poured out was not meant to remain in a distant story. It continues to cover the lives of those who come close to me. It surrounds you with a protection that does not depend on your strength or your awareness. Even when you feel vulnerable, even when the night feels quiet and unknown, my covering remains. So as you lie here now, allow your heart to rest inside that promise. You do not need to stay alert through the night. You do not need to guard yourself against every unseen possibility. The same love that carried me to the cross now stands as a covering over your life. My blood speaks safety over you. It rests upon your life like a quiet shield. It surrounds your dwelling. It surrounds your body. It surrounds the space where you are resting right now. Fear may try to whisper when the world becomes silent, but my covering speaks a stronger word. You are protected. You are not alone in this night. There are moments when the darkness can make the mind wander toward worry. Questions sometimes arise when the room grows quiet and the heart begins to reflect on the unknown hours ahead. But you do not need to surrender your peace to those thoughts. Remember what was spoken long ago. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. That promise was never limited to a single night in history. It reveals something about my nature and the protection that flows from my covenant. Where my blood is present, destruction does not have permission to remain. Where my blood speaks, fear begins to lose its voice. Let that truth quiet your thoughts now. The night is not your enemy. It is simply a season of rest that I have given to restore your body and calm your soul. While you sleep, my watchfulness does not fade. While your mind grows still, my presence remains steady around you. The covering of my blood does not weaken when the lights are turned off. It does not disappear when your eyes close. It remains just as strong in the quiet hours of the night as it is in the brightness of the day. You can rest because I am near. You can sleep because my care surrounds you. Nothing that concerns you escapes my attention. The place where you are lying is not forgotten. Your life is not unguarded. The covering I have given is not fragile or temporary. It is rooted in the love that led me to give everything for you. Allow your breathing to slow as you listen. Let your heart settle into the safety that is already yours. You do not have to imagine danger waiting in the darkness. Instead, remember the promise that has already been spoken over those who trust in me. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. This covering rests over your life tonight. It stands between you and the fears that try to disturb your peace. It stands between you and the unseen things that once troubled your thoughts. It remains quietly present, guarding what belongs to me. And you belong to me. As this truth begins to settle deeper inside your heart, you will start to understand something even more personal about the blood that covers you. The protection you are resting in tonight is only one part of what my blood was given to accomplish. Because the same precious blood that surrounds you also reaches deeper into your heart. It does more than protect the space around you. It gently washes the places within you that still carry the memory of guilt, regret, or pain. And as this night continues, I will show you how my blood brings a cleansing that allows your heart to rest even more deeply in my peace. Now that you have begun to feel the safety of my covering around you, allow me to bring my peace even deeper into your heart. The blood that surrounds you tonight does not only stand as protection around your life. It also reaches gently into the quiet places within you where old burdens sometimes remain. There are moments when guilt lingers long after a day has ended. There are memories that return when everything becomes still, reminding you of things you wish had never happened. Regret can settle quietly in the heart, and shame can try to convince you that certain parts of your story must always remain hidden. But you do not need to carry those things into your rest tonight. The blood I gave was not only meant to cover the outside of your life. It was also given to cleanse the deepest places of your heart. The mercy flowing from my sacrifice reaches far beyond what you can see on the surface. It touches the places where your thoughts sometimes wander when you are alone. Listen to the promise that was written for you. The blood of Jesus Christ his Son cleanseth us from all sin. This cleansing is not partial. It does not stop halfway. It does not leave certain mistakes untouched while others are removed. The mercy carried within my blood reaches every place where guilt once tried to remain. You may remember moments that still trouble your thoughts. Perhaps there were words spoken in frustration, decisions made while you were hurting, or choices that now feel heavy when you look back. Sometimes those memories try to return quietly, especially when the day is over and the night invites reflection. Yet my mercy is greater than every one of those moments. I am not asking you to pretend those things never existed. I am simply inviting you to release them into my hands. You do not need to keep holding on to failures that my blood has already washed away. You do not need to punish yourself for what my love has already forgiven. Let those burdens begin to loosen their grip on your heart. Shame often tells you that you must hide the broken parts of your story. It whispers that certain things make you unworthy of closeness with me. But that voice does not speak the truth about you. My blood was given precisely because I knew you would need mercy. I knew you would sometimes fall short. I knew you would sometimes struggle. And still I chose to love you. The cleansing that comes from my blood is gentle, yet powerful. It does not rush into your heart with harsh force. Instead, it moves like quiet water washing away what no longer belongs there. Regret begins to fade. Guilt begins to lose its hold. Shame begins to loosen its voice. You are not defined by your worst moment. You are not permanently marked by the mistakes you remember. The mercy that flows from my sacrifice is able to reach every corner of your story. As you lie here now, let your heart release the things that have felt too heavy to carry. You do not need to keep revisiting them. You do not need to keep measuring yourself by them. My blood has already spoken a better word over your life. Let your breathing become slower as you allow that truth to settle inside you. Peace begins to grow when the heart no longer fights against forgiveness. Rest becomes possible when the soul no longer feels the need to defend itself. I see the real you, the part of you that longs to live free from regret and close to my presence. That desire itself is precious to me. The cleansing that flows from my blood restores more than your peace of mind. It also opens the door to something deeper that your heart was always meant to experience. When guilt fades and shame loses its power, the distance that once seemed to exist between us begins to disappear. You were never meant to feel separated from me. The mercy you are receiving tonight is drawing you closer again. Every burden you release allows your heart to rediscover the closeness that my love has always intended for you. Because my blood was not only given to cleanse your past. It was also given to restore the relationship that your heart longs to have with me. And as this night continues, you will begin to feel how that same mercy brings you fully back into my presence, where nothing stands between us and the peace of being together. As the weight of guilt begins to fade from your heart, something else quietly takes its place. When shame loosens its grip and regret no longer fills your thoughts, your soul begins to rediscover something it has always longed for. That longing is closeness with me. You were never created to feel distant from me. Your heart was always meant to live in relationship with the one who knows you completely and still loves you without hesitation. Yet there are moments in life when mistakes, fear, or disappointment make that closeness feel far away. Sometimes you may wonder if you have drifted too far, or if the distance you feel can truly be restored. But listen gently to what I want you to understand tonight. The blood that cleanses your heart has also restored your place with me. Nothing stands between us now. Long ago it was written, and, having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself. That peace was not created by your effort. It was not formed by your ability to correct every mistake you have ever made. It was established through the sacrifice I willingly gave. The blood of my cross created peace between us. That means the distance you sometimes imagine is not the reality of your relationship with me. The path back to my presence was already opened long before you arrived at this moment tonight. The sacrifice I made removed the barriers that once separated the human heart from my love. You are not an outsider trying to reach me from far away. You belong with me. Let that truth settle into your heart as you lie here now. The peace created through my blood welcomes you into my presence without hesitation. You do not need to prove that you deserve to be here. You do not need to earn your place near me tonight. Your place has already been prepared. Sometimes the world leaves wounds that make belonging feel uncertain. People can fail you. Promises can be broken. Moments of rejection can leave quiet fears inside the heart. Those experiences sometimes whisper that you might be abandoned again, or that closeness will eventually fade. But my love does not follow the patterns of the world. I do not draw near only to withdraw later. I do not welcome you into my presence only to push you away when you struggle. The peace created through my blood is steady and enduring. It does not depend on your perfection. It rests on my promise. And my promise does not fail. Tonight you are not lying here alone, hoping that I might accept you. You are resting inside a relationship that has already been restored. The mercy that washed your heart clean has also brought you fully back into my presence. You are seen. You are known. And you are welcomed. The closeness you are beginning to feel right now is the natural place your soul was always meant to live. My love does not hold you at a distance while reminding you of your past. Instead, it draws you closer and reminds you that you are part of my heart. Let the quiet of this moment reassure you. You do not have to strive to belong. You already do. When my blood was poured out, it carried the promise that those who came to me would never be turned away. The peace created through that sacrifice continues to speak even now. It declares that the relationship between us has been restored. This is why your heart can rest. This is why the distance you once feared no longer defines your story. You are reconciled to me. And as you continue to rest in that truth tonight, you will begin to understand something even more remarkable about the blood that brought you back into my presence. The peace it created does not remain silent. It continues to speak on your behalf in ways you cannot see. Even now, my blood carries a voice that speaks for you. It declares mercy where before you close your eyes tonight, let this truth remain with you. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Nothing that happened today is stronger than the love that now rests over your life. Nothing in the darkness of this night can cross the covering that has been placed over you. You are forgiven. You are protected. You are not alone. As you sleep tonight, remember that my presence remains with you. The same peace you feel right now will continue to hold you through every quiet hour until the morning light returns. If this prayer has brought peace to your heart tonight, remain here in this moment and let these words settle deeply within you. And before you drift into sleep, I invite you to do something simple. Type Amen in the comments as a declaration that you receive this peace tonight. When you do, you are not only speaking faith over your own life, you are also encouraging someone else who may be listening and searching for the same rest. If you want to sleep in this covering again tomorrow night, make sure you subscribe to this channel and allow these prayers to continue speaking peace over your nights. You can also like this video, so that more hearts who are searching for rest will find it. Now remain here, breathe slowly, and allow the quiet peace surrounding you to carry you into sleep. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Rest now, and sleep in my precious blood tonight. Once tried to rise. It declares belonging where fear once whispered that you were alone. And as this night continues, I will show you how that voice still speaks with power, ensuring that nothing can stand against the love that now surrounds your life. Remain here with me in this quiet moment and listen closely to what your heart may have never fully understood before. The peace you are beginning to feel tonight is not fragile. It does not depend on how perfectly you live this day, and it does not fade when old memories try to return. The peace surrounding you flows from something that continues to speak on your behalf even now. My blood speaks for you. When I gave my life, the blood that was poured out did more than cleanse your heart and restore your place with me. It also became a voice that rises on your behalf, declaring mercy where accusation once tried to speak. There are things you cannot see, places beyond your awareness where the story of your life is known. Yet in those places, my blood continues to testify for you. Long ago it was written, the blood of sprinkling, that speaketh better things than that of Abel. You may remember the story of Abel. His blood cried out from the ground after injustice had been done to him. It cried out for judgment. It cried out because something wrong had taken place. That voice carried the weight of what had been lost. But the blood I poured out speaks a different message. My blood does not cry out for judgment over you. It does not rise up to remind heaven of your failures. It does not call attention to every moment when you fell short. Instead, it speaks mercy. It declares forgiveness. It proclaims that the price has already been paid. So when accusations attempt to rise against you, there is already a voice answering them. When your own thoughts begin to replay your past mistakes, my blood is already speaking a better word over your life. It does not deny that you have needed mercy. Instead, it announces that mercy has already been given. Tonight, no accusation has the authority to remain over you. Sometimes the mind can become its own accuser. When everything grows quiet, memories may try to return and speak with a voice that sounds convincing. They whisper about things you wish had never happened. They question whether you truly deserve peace. They attempt to reopen doors that my mercy has already closed. But those voices do not carry the final word. My blood speaks louder than condemnation. The sacrifice I gave has already answered every charge that could ever be brought against you. Nothing about your past surprises me. Nothing about your story has caught me unprepared. The mercy flowing from my blood anticipated every place where you would need grace. That is why you can rest tonight without fear of being condemned. The voice of my blood stands between you and every accusation that tries to rise. It declares that you are forgiven. It declares that you are restored. It declares that you belong within my presence. Let that truth quiet the places in your mind that once felt troubled. You do not need to defend yourself tonight. You do not need to explain your past. The sacrifice I gave has already spoken on your behalf. My blood has already answered the questions that once troubled your heart. You are covered by mercy. You are surrounded by grace. And the voice that speaks for you does not grow silent when night falls. It continues to declare peace over your life even while you rest. As you lie here now, allow the quiet assurance of that truth to settle deeper within you. The voice of my blood is steady. It does not hesitate or weaken. It continues to affirm that the love I have for you remains stronger than any accusation that could ever be raised. This is why your heart can grow calm. This is why your thoughts can begin to rest. You are not facing the night alone, and you are not facing your past without an answer. My blood has already spoken for you. And there is something even more powerful you will begin to understand as this night continues. The voice of my blood does not only silence accusations. It also carries authority over the darkness that once tried to threaten your peace. The same sacrifice that speaks mercy over your life also stands as a victory over every force that would try to disturb your rest. And as you continue listening, you will begin to see how that victory becomes a protection around you, ensuring that the darkness cannot overcome the covering I have placed over your life tonight. As you continue resting in the quiet of this night, let the truth you have just heard settle even deeper into your heart. The voice of my blood has already answered every accusation that could rise against you. It has declared mercy over your life and silenced the whispers that once tried to trouble your peace. But there is more that my blood has accomplished for you, something that reaches into the unseen places where fear sometimes tries to grow. The blood I gave carries victory. The darkness that once threatened the hearts of many no longer has the authority it once claimed. Long ago it was written, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Those words reveal something powerful about the sacrifice I made. My blood did not simply remove guilt from your heart. It also broke the power of the darkness that tried to hold humanity in fear. Tonight that victory surrounds you. There are moments when the night can feel uncertain. When the world becomes quiet and your mind begins to wander, shadows of worry may try to rise within your thoughts. Fear sometimes whispers about things that cannot be seen. It tries to convince the heart that danger is closer than it truly is. But the darkness does not have the authority it once claimed. The blood I poured out has already declared victory over every force that tries to disturb the peace of those who belong to me. The same sacrifice that brought forgiveness into your life also removed the power of fear that once followed the night. You are not defenseless in this hour. My blood stands as a boundary that darkness cannot cross. Let your heart breathe slowly as you receive that truth. The quiet room around you is not filled with hidden threats waiting to rise against you. The covering that surrounds your life tonight carries the authority of the victory I secured. Fear may attempt to visit your thoughts, but it does not have permission to remain. You are sheltered by the love that gave everything for you. The victory of my blood reaches even into the hours when you sleep. When your mind begins to rest and your body grows still, my protection does not fade. The power of the sacrifice I made continues to stand between you and anything that would attempt to disturb your peace. Nightmares lose their strength in the presence of that victory. Oppression loses its voice where my blood speaks freedom. Fear begins to dissolve when the heart remembers the authority that now surrounds it. You do not need to struggle against the darkness on your own. The battle that once threatened your soul has already been faced and overcome. The victory was secured through love, through sacrifice, and through the blood that was willingly poured out. Tonight you are resting inside that victory. You are not lying here alone with your thoughts. You are not left to guard your own peace. The authority of my sacrifice stands quietly around your life, ensuring that the darkness cannot claim what belongs to me. And you belong to me. Let that truth bring calm to every corner of your mind. The fears that once followed you into the night do not have to remain. The victory of my blood has already broken their hold. Even the unseen things that once stirred worry in your heart no longer carry the same power they once tried to use against you. You are safe inside my care. You are shielded by the love that chose to rescue you. The victory of my blood continues to stand watch over your life in ways your eyes cannot see. It forms a protection that does not grow weak when the night becomes deep. It remains steady, quiet, and certain. And as the hours of this night continue to unfold, there is something even more comforting you will begin to realize. The protection surrounding you does not exist on its own. It flows from my constant care for you. Because even while you sleep, I remain awake. Even while your mind rests, my attention does not drift away. The victory of my blood is joined with my watchful presence, and as you continue listening, you will begin to understand how my care remains over you throughout the entire night, guarding your peace while you rest safely within my love. The victory that surrounds you tonight is not distant from my presence. The protection you are resting within is not left to stand on its own. It flows directly from my watchful care over your life. You have already heard that darkness cannot cross the covering of my blood, and now I want your heart to understand something that will allow you to rest even more deeply. You do not need to stay alert through the night. You do not need to keep your mind awake with worry. You do not need to guard every moment with anxious thoughts about what might happen while you sleep. The peace that surrounds you does not depend on your ability to remain watchful. I am watching. Long ago it was written, "He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep." Those words reveal something about the way I care for those who belong to me. My attention does not fade when the night becomes quiet. My awareness does not weaken when your eyes close. While you rest, I remain awake. The world often teaches you that you must remain in control of everything in order to feel safe. It encourages your mind to hold tightly to every concern, as though constant thinking could somehow protect your future. Yet that burden was never meant to belong to you. You were not created to carry the weight of constant vigilance. Your body needs rest. Your mind needs quiet. Your heart needs a moment where it no longer feels responsible for guarding every detail of your life. The night is the gift I have given for that purpose. It is a time when you are invited to release the effort of holding everything together. You can let go now. The covering of my blood surrounds you, and my watchful presence remains steady over your life. Even when your breathing slows and sleep begins to come, my attention will still be here. Nothing about you becomes forgotten when you rest. Every breath you take remains known to me. Every quiet moment of this night unfolds within my care. You do not need to stay awake trying to solve tomorrow's problems. You do not need to replay the concerns of the day until your mind grows exhausted. Those thoughts can wait. The future you are trying to control is already in my hands. Let your mind begin to loosen its grip on those worries. You are not responsible for carrying the entire world tonight. You are simply invited to rest inside the protection and love that are already surrounding you. The same presence that guided you through the hours of the day is still here in the quiet of the night. I have not stepped away. I have not become distracted. My care for you does not pause when darkness falls. In fact, the stillness of the night often becomes the moment when my peace can reach you most clearly. When the noise of the world fades, your heart can finally hear the gentle reassurance that has been waiting for you. You are safe. You are not alone in this room. My watchfulness remains constant. While your body restores its strength and your mind settles into rest, I remain attentive to every moment that passes. Nothing that concerns you escapes my awareness. This is why you can allow your thoughts to grow quiet. This is why you can loosen the tension that has followed you through the day. The protection that surrounds you tonight does not depend on your effort. It flows from my love, and my love does not grow tired. My presence does not grow weary. The one who watches over you never closes his eyes. Let that truth bring calm to your heart. You can release the need to control everything that lies ahead. You can allow the night to do what it was created to do. Your mind can rest. Your body can recover. Your soul can breathe again. There is no need to resist the sleep that is beginning to approach. The covering of my blood remains over you. My watchful presence remains beside you. The peace I have given you tonight will continue to hold you as the hours pass quietly by. And as your heart grows more relaxed in this moment, you will begin to discover how deeply restful this night can become when you fully release your burdens and allow yourself to surrender to the peace that is now surrounding you. You have begun to feel the quiet safety of this night, and you have heard that my eyes remain open even while yours prepare to close. Because I am watching over you, you do not need to keep holding the weight that has followed you through the day. This moment is an invitation for your heart to finally release what it has been carrying. Some burdens are easy to recognize. They are the worries that circle through your mind, the questions about tomorrow, the responsibilities that feel heavy on your shoulders. Other burdens hide more quietly. They are the concerns you carry for people you love, the hopes that seem uncertain, the silent fears that appear when you begin to think about the future. But none of these burdens were meant to remain in your hands tonight. Listen to the invitation that was spoken for you. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. These words were not meant to remain distant on a page. They are meant to reach your heart right now. I know the effort you have made throughout this day. I see how you have tried to hold everything together, how you have worked through responsibilities, conversations, and expectations that sometimes feel overwhelming. You have carried enough. You do not need to continue holding those concerns while you try to sleep. The night was not designed to be another place where your mind struggles to manage every problem. It was created so your soul could release its burdens and receive the rest it truly needs. Bring those concerns to me now. The things you cannot solve tonight do not need to remain in your thoughts. The situations that feel complicated do not have to stay in your heart while you rest. My invitation is simple and gentle. Come to me with what you are carrying, and allow me to hold it for you. You may be thinking about tomorrow and wondering how certain situations will unfold. Your mind might be revisiting conversations from today, trying to understand what should have been different. Perhaps there are people you love whose lives weigh on your heart because you wish you could protect them from every difficulty. I see all of it. Your care for others matters to me. Your concerns about the future are not ignored. But the answers you are searching for do not need to be solved in this moment. Tonight is not the time for your mind to struggle through every possibility. Tonight is the time for your heart to rest. You can place those burdens in my hands. I am able to carry what you cannot control. I am able to watch over the things that concern you even when you cannot see how they will unfold. You do not lose anything by releasing your worries to me. Instead, you gain something far greater. You gain rest. Feel the gentle shift that begins to happen when you stop trying to hold everything together on your own. The tension in your thoughts begins to loosen. The heaviness in your heart begins to lift. What once felt overwhelming slowly becomes lighter when it is placed within my care. Let your mind begin to quiet itself. There is no need to rehearse every fear about tomorrow. The future is not uncertain to me. What lies ahead is already known within my wisdom and care. The same love that has guided you through every day of your life will still be present when the morning arrives. You can trust me with what you cannot control. As you continue lying here, allow the burdens of your heart to fall away one by one. The concerns about work, the questions about family, the uncertainties that linger about tomorrow, place them all within my hands. You do not need to carry them tonight. The rest I offer is not shallow or temporary. It is a deep peace that reaches beyond the surface of your thoughts. It begins within your spirit and slowly fills every quiet place within you. This peace is not dependent on circumstances changing immediately. It comes from knowing that your life is held within my care. And as you continue to release what you have been holding, you will begin to experience a calm that goes deeper than simple relaxation. A peace that gently settles over your heart. A rest that quiets the places where worry once lived. This is the peace I am giving you tonight. As you continue to listen and allow your thoughts to grow still, you will begin to feel that peace move through you even more deeply, guiding your mind and body into the restful sleep that I have prepared for you. You have begun to release the things that once weighed on your heart. The worries that tried to follow you into the night have been placed in my hands, and now your mind can begin to grow quiet. This moment is different from the hours that came before it. The tension of the day is fading, and the stillness of the night is gently surrounding you. Now you can rest in my peace. The calm you are beginning to feel is not something you created through your own effort. It is something I give to those who place their trust in me. When your thoughts no longer chase every worry and your heart no longer holds every burden, space is created for my peace to fill you. Listen to the promise that has been spoken for you. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Perfect peace. Not a fragile calm that disappears with the next concern, but a deep and steady peace that settles over your entire being. This peace does not depend on tomorrow being simple. It does not depend on every situation becoming easy overnight. It comes from the quiet certainty that your life is held within my care. As your mind remains with me now, that peace begins to surround you. You can feel it slowly spreading through the quiet spaces of your thoughts. The places where tension once lived are beginning to soften. The questions that once felt urgent are becoming distant. The weight you carried earlier is no longer pressing against your heart. You are safe in this moment. The night is calm around you, and my presence remains close. Nothing about your life has slipped outside my awareness. Every detail that once felt overwhelming is already known to me. That is why you do not need to keep thinking about everything that could happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is already in my hands. Your mind does not need to solve it tonight. Allow that truth to settle deeply within you. Your thoughts can move more slowly now. The urgency that once filled your mind no longer has a reason to remain. Instead, a gentle quietness begins to take its place. Stay here in this quiet with me. As you listen, let your breathing become slower and more relaxed. Each breath can remind you that you are not carrying your life alone. Each moment of stillness allows my peace to rest more deeply inside your heart. You are covered by my mercy. You are surrounded by my protection. You are held within my care. Nothing about this night is outside the reach of my love. While you lie here, my presence remains beside you, steady and constant. The same voice that has spoken to your heart throughout this time continues to remain near, reminding you that you do not have to fear what the night might hold. You can rest. You can sleep. The peace I am giving you now is gentle, but it is also powerful. It moves through your thoughts like calm water, smoothing the places where worry once stirred. It quiets the questions that once filled your mind. It brings a sense of safety that allows your body to finally relax. Let your thoughts slow even more. There is no need to hurry toward sleep. Simply rest in the peace that is already surrounding you. As your mind remains with me, the quietness within you will naturally deepen. The calm you are feeling now will continue to grow until sleep begins to arrive gently. I am still here with you. Nothing about your rest tonight happens without my care. The hours ahead will unfold quietly while my presence remains over your life. Even when your mind finally drifts into sleep, my peace will continue to hold you. And as this night moves forward, one final assurance will settle over your heart, reminding you that the safety and love you are experiencing now will remain with you all through the night. The peace you are feeling now is not fading. It is settling more deeply around you with every quiet moment that passes. Your heart has released its burdens. Your mind has begun to slow. The worries that once followed you into the night have been placed in my hands, and now the stillness of this moment can gently carry you into rest. Remain here with me. There is nothing you need to solve. There is nothing you need to carry. This night has become a place of peace for your soul, and the calm you feel is not temporary. It is held within the love that surrounds you. Listen quietly to this promise that has been spoken for you: I will both lay me down in peace, and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. This is the rest that I give to you tonight. You can lay down in peace. You can sleep without fear. Because the safety surrounding your life does not depend on your strength. It rests in my care for you. The hours ahead will pass quietly, and while they do, my presence remains steady around you. My blood covers you. Nothing about this night changes that truth. The sacrifice I gave continues to surround your life with protection and mercy. It stands as a covering over your heart, over your home, and over the quiet space where you are resting now. My peace surrounds you. The calm that has begun to settle inside your mind will continue to hold you as sleep gently approaches. You do not need to force it. You do not need to chase it. Peace will naturally guide you into rest as your thoughts grow softer and quieter. My mercy holds you. Every part of your story rests inside my compassion. The past you released earlier tonight remains forgiven. The future that once worried you remains within my hands. Nothing about your life has been forgotten. You are safe here. You are loved here. You belong here. Let those truths repeat softly in your heart as the night grows deeper. Each breath you take can carry that reassurance further into your mind and body. The calm you feel now will continue to deepen, allowing your entire being to relax inside the peace that surrounds you. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. These truths remain with you as the night continues. They remain when your eyes grow heavy. They remain when your thoughts begin to drift into sleep. They remain even when you are no longer aware of the quiet moment you are in now. Because my love does not fade when you fall asleep. I am still watching over you. The hours ahead will unfold gently. Your body will regain strength. Your mind will find rest. Your heart will remain safe within my presence. Nothing will disturb the peace that now surrounds you. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Allow those words to rest softly in your heart. Let them become the final thoughts that guide you into sleep tonight. There is no need to hold on to anything else. The worries have already been released. The burdens have already been lifted. Now your soul can rest. Sleep peacefully knowing you are protected. Sleep peacefully knowing you are forgiven. Sleep peacefully knowing you are loved. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Rest now. The night is calm, and you are safely held within the love that will remain with you until the morning comes. Before you close your eyes tonight, let this truth remain with you. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Nothing that happened today is stronger than the love that now rests over your life. Nothing in the darkness of this night can cross the covering that has been placed over you. You are forgiven. You are protected. You are not alone. As you sleep tonight, remember that my presence remains with you. The same peace you feel right now will continue to hold you through every quiet hour until the morning light returns. If this prayer has brought peace to your heart tonight, remain here in this moment and let these words settle deeply within you. And before you drift into sleep, I invite you to do something simple. Type Amen in the comments as a declaration that you receive this peace tonight. When you do, you are not only speaking faith over your own life, you are also encouraging someone else who may be listening and searching for the same rest. If you want to sleep in this covering again tomorrow night, make sure you subscribe to this channel and allow these prayers to continue speaking peace over your nights. You can also like this video, so that more hearts who are searching for rest will find it. Now remain here, breathe slowly, and allow the quiet peace surrounding you to carry you into sleep. My blood covers you. My peace surrounds you. My mercy holds you. Rest now, and sleep in my precious blood tonight. Always know I love and care about you.